a utopian world, farmers would take pride in organically tending their soil and crops to make them healthier for us. In our world, the farmers use whatever means possible to make money and to have high yields. Wouldn't it be nice to bite into an apple and know you're not eating pesticides or weed killer? Or maybe biting into a vegetable and knowing that it's not been genetically modified for size or yield. I have an excerpt from nofari.org, an article called Organic versus Traditional Farming. It says, instead of using holistic methods keeping their soil and land healthy, a regular farming operation in the United States uses synthetic or genetically modified substances in every aspect of their operation. This in turn makes the soil too acidic, and other chemicals will have to be added to balance the pH levels. If not, they will be unsafe to eat without washing and cooking them. This is not crops coming out of healthy soil. So no matter what you do to wash them, you still would assume that they have whatever they have put on them to keep bugs away or weeds away and to keep the soil from being bad, still has to have residue on them. As consumers, we need to educate ourselves on what we put in our bodies. There are many Americans that believe that there's a limit on the number of pesticides that can be put on a crop. Do you believe this? If you do, the answer is there is not a limit. I thought that there would be a limit too. About 1/3 of the produce tested by the USDA has more than 2 pesticides on them. Dr. Yurashi Rangoon, in the article Pesticides on Produce, said, the effects of these mixtures are untested and unknown. So that means the pesticide might be legal to put on the crop, and then another pesticide might be legal for the crop, but they have not tested the two of them together and what they could do to the body and what the residue that would be left on it that couldn't be washed off or inside it could do to you. Now, organic crops are not pesticide free. They have pesticides, but the pesticides that are used on them are made from natural substances. And you'll find a list of these on the USDA.gov, and you can find a list of the non-synthetic substances that can be used for pesticides on organic crops. Regular and commercial farmers need to quit being so money hungry. And they need to consider using these organic methods to make crops healthier for us and for the environment and for their own soil. We need to buy organic crops and put pressure on the regular farmers who are more worried about high crop yields than the babies that are eating them. Consumer Reports magazine had an article called Pesticides in Produce, and it said the Quality Food Protection Act of 1996 requires the EPA to ensure that levels of pesticides are at safe levels for children. I do not believe any level of pesticide is safe for my child, and you shouldn't either. We need to get the regular and commercial farmers to use organic methods, if anything, to make the crops safe for our children and babies, because they're the ones that it affects the most. Having an organic system does require more money, and it does not put out a high yield as what commercial farming would like. But if you walk into a supermarket and can see the price of the organic foods, you know that they're higher. And so the regulations that the organic farmers got to go by, they produce better quality crops, a lower yield, but with the money you make from them in the long run should even out to where it's going to be more than polluting the world with your commercial farming operation with all the poisons that are put in. Picture walking into the supermarket and having the peace of mind that you don't have to worry about pesticides, weed killer, anything on any of the vegetables you get. And you don't have to worry about reading the labels. That would be nice. You wouldn't have to worry about what your family is biting into when they're getting an apple or a cucumber. You need to take action. What you could do is write your congressman or congresswoman about getting some, if not all, organic farming regulations incorporated into the regular and commercial farming guidelines. Eating fresh fruits and vegetables are very good for your body to fight against diseases like cancer and high blood pressure and heart problems. Eating these fruits and vegetables without them being genetically modified and full of pesticides and weed killers could reduce your risk of these diseases even more. You need to do your part in making the world a better place for your children. This could be your chance to make a difference. Help make a better world for all of us. Thank you.